Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you with a Bitcoin update video, along with everything else. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. I'll go over Pi real quick as well because a lot of you guys like me to go over that and other different altcoins like Cardano and Polkadot, which I will do research on and make actual separate videos about that. But as far as Pi goes, yeah, that's something that I believe more and more the more I read into it. Again, the white paper was fantastic. They're made by reputable people, and you have that ex-CEO of Sony going on board. So a lot of good things with that, and it costs nothing to just do. Just takes a couple minutes to get your friends like, hey, use this, we can make money. What that will start at, we're not 100% sure. Whether it starts at 10 cents, 20 cents, or even $1 per coin. We just don't know, but you can mine it for free on your phone. But what we do know the price of right now is Bitcoin. Last was about $60,200. It had crossed the 60,000 threshold at least twice today. I don't know exactly what it'll go to. A lot of people are saying on this next leg up, after we broke that resistance of 59,000. Some people speculate 70 to 80. And that makes sense because if you have, we had the high 20s and then it bumped up to 59, went back down to 43. If it doubles again, it can go to 80, 86, which is absolutely bananas. But there's a lot of different news on what to do. And just letting you guys know what I'm doing. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But I put $20,500 in over the last 3.5 weeks. And I'll put in more on Monday. I don't have the time to sit there and be like, okay, well, based on this chart and it goes here, then it'll come down here. Some people do that. Some people are like, okay, you know what? Based on the analytics of this, it's going to go up to a certain amount, and then it's going to dip, and then they buy the dips, and that's fine. If you're able to do that, if not do that, that's fine. I don't, because I believe that whether you buy it at $43,000 or if you buy it at $60,000, it's not really going to make too much of a difference when the price is several $100,000. You get in here while it's early, while it's before the big institutions get into it, and then it's just like, okay, well, then it's just a hedge against the dollar at some point. If this thing becomes $1 million a coin, it's not going to grow 20x from there, I don't think. But some news on it. Everyone remembers when Tesla made that crypto bet. Now, obviously, Tesla bought $1.5 billion worth of crypto. That is not the only piece of crypto they're going to buy. They are going to buy more. Most likely it'll just be Bitcoin. Now, this article from Barron's reads that Bitcoin traded above $60,000 on Saturday. That means Elon Musk's bet on the cryptocurrency has netted Tesla more than $1 billion. Wow. Bitcoin, which trades currently continuously on cryptocurrency exchanges, is up 5% to about 59,800 in Saturday morning trading. It traded as high as 60,409 on Saturday. That leaves the cryptocurrency up about 107% year to date and about 1,000% over the past year. God, that's incredible. Like, where else are you going to get that? Again, in the stock market, you are outside of the year of the pandemic, because that everyone made money on. But most likely, in any given year, you're going to get between 9 and 11%. That's what the S&P does, and that's considered good. If you can beat that consistently every year, then you are absolutely phenomenal. You're amazing. But most people can't. Most people do not. That's why Warren Buffett says just put it into anything that tracks the S&P 500, like the SPY or the VOO. But yeah, if you're doing this up 1,000% in a year, you're a god. You are the new Warren Buffett. So looking at considering the article, Tesla disclosed a $1.5 billion investment in Bitcoin in its annual report filed in February with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. It's hard to know exactly what Tesla paid for it, but prices back then were around $33,000 a Bitcoin. At $60,000, Tesla is up roughly $1.2 billion on its trade. My God. That's almost a new factory that could produce hundreds of thousands of Tesla vehicles every year. Now, they're already building as fast as they can. Bitcoin is really just to go on their balance sheet, and it's just going to increase. And this is not, you heard it here first, this is not the only time Tesla's going to buy Bitcoin. Tesla is going to continuously buy this because they're intelligent and they're smart. And it's not just you have Michael Saylor, you have all these billionaires of all these companies. Why are all these billionaires buying this? Because they see the future. They see the writing on the wall. They see that, okay, well, if they're printing trillions of dollars of money, of like dollars each year, what happens to the value of the dollar? It goes down. But Bitcoin, no more than 21 million can ever be made. There's a finite amount and everybody wants one. And that's now before institutional money gets in. Tesla spent about 1.3 billion on capital assets in 2019, the year it was putting up its Shanghai facility. That's only an approximation of new plant cost. Each plant that they do is bigger and better. Tesla spends money on other assets. Different plants in the different geographies cost different amounts and do different things. Elon Musk said also in a tweet, BTC, Bitcoin, is an anagram of TBC, the Boring Company. What a coincidence. And he owns the Boring Company. Companies always invest excess cash in safe short-term securities such as treasury bills. Bitcoin is a currency-like asset, but it's very volatile. And unlike options most corporate treasury departments would use to manage their cash balances, Bitcoin might be more risky than a treasury bill, but so far, very hard to argue with the results. Again, this is from Barron's. Tesla's market value is still down. Not really going to focus on Tesla here. But concerns over riskier than average cash management, however, has little to do with the decline. Interest rates are a big factor. You see a lot of these stocks getting hit. Even blue chip companies like Tesla got hammered, went from 900 to like 540. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, Tesla's one of the biggest, one of the best investments you can make. A good 20% of my portfolio is in Tesla stock. Like 20% of my, not stock, like my entire net worth is in Tesla stock. Yield on the US 10 Treasury note has gone from less than 1.2% to about 1.6%, and that's a lot. If it reaches 2%, that is not good. More hitting will come to stocks, but Bitcoin, a lot more will flock to Bitcoin. So higher growth rate stocks. All right, we're not going to talk about that today. What we're going to talk about more is more Bitcoin. Outside of that, everyone comment down below exactly how much you have, how much you plan to get. Are you buying this week? Are you buying next week? I'm not buying until Monday, so if you want to buy before then, that is all you. This one is from CNN. Bitcoin prices continue to skyrocket. The cryptocurrency surpassed $60,000 on Saturday to hit a new high just weeks after it topped $50,000. Bitcoin smashed through, Bitcoin XBT, X-Ray Bravo Tango, smashed through the 30,000 and 40,000 levels over a few days in January. Bitcoins in circulation are worth more than $1 trillion. That is a lot of money. Bitcoin prices have more than doubled so far this year, up 107% from December 31st, closing price of $28,987.60. Investors are excited that Elon Musk Tesla said in February owns $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin on his balance sheet. There's going to be fantastic. Any company, like you have CEO of Twitter and Square, Jack Dorsey, that has it on Square's balance sheet. I believe if you go on Coinbase tracking, that it tracks like what comes in and what goes out, there's a lot of big bets, like a lot of big withdrawals of Bitcoin, and many people are speculating that it is Twitter. Twitter is buying more and to put on their balance sheet, and these companies aren't going to trade it. They're not going to like, oh yeah, you know what we're going to do? It's up here. We made $1 billion. Yeah, we're going to go sell it. No, that is not what they do. They are going to hold it, and because it works better on their balance sheet. Oh, you made $1 billion, and it's continuing to grow. This is so smart. Every single person that's doing it, and I have 2 companies. So it's only on one company's balance sheet, but could be a lot better. Tesla also has said it was looking at letting consumers use Bitcoin to buy its cars and SUVs. That is 100% true. It is, and they would much rather have that than they would the dollar. So it makes sense. Spark speculation that other big companies may soon add Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies to their balance sheets, since Bitcoin is generating a significantly higher return than bonds and cash. Oh yeah. Software firm MicroStrategy, MSTR, Mike, Sierra, Tango, Romeo, has been actively buying Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin Bank stock has jumped to 1,300% in over a year, which is, like I said, absolutely incredible. Top financial firms are helping to validate Bitcoin. Payment giant Square and PayPal let their users buy and sell. If you can do it with PayPal, somebody let me know about that. Because if you comment down below how you buy Bitcoin. I use the Cash App, Square's Cash App, and then PayPal. Maybe you can do it with Venmo, because I haven't been able to do it with actual PayPal. And PayPal owns Venmo. So They let their users buy it and sell it. Credit card processing behemoths Visa and MasterCard are also embracing cryptocurrencies. BlackRock and Bank of New York have started to dabble in Bitcoin as well. And these are not companies like, oh yeah, we got, they made like tens of millions of dollars. They have billions and billions of dollars. This is so much that's going to go in, and there's going to be not enough to go around. Like the mining rate, there's only so much more that can be mined, and this is people that are going to try to get in a year from now are just going to be spinning their heckin' wheels. And who knows what the price is? Citibank says $300,000 by the end of the year. I think it depends on the ETFs. If the ETFs get approved, yeah, I'd say over probably close to 200,000. Again, just my opinion. But if the ETFs do not get approved, it's still going to be close to 100,000, probably 80 or 90. Again, just my opinion. By the end of the year, and that could just be blown out of the water. I definitely think I'm being very, very conservative with those. Again, just my opinion. Investors have been flocking to Bitcoin because the perception that it could be a good hedge against inflation and a weaker dollar if bond yields continue to rise. Bitcoin bulls argue that the cryptocurrency is like digital gold and could even replace the yellow metal as the inflation antidote of choice. To that end, Bitcoin has surged this year while gold has fallen. Yeah, I used to listen to Peter Schiff a lot. I still do once in a while, but what he said back in the day in the 2010s made a lot of sense, saying like, okay, the Federal Reserve is printing money, the U.S. government's kicking the can down the road. He's still right about a lot of stuff. He's just, all of his assets are in commodities, gold and silver, and he makes his bread and butter. But Bitcoin, it's better. It's a finite amount, and the world's going digital. I don't know too many people that buy gold anymore. I don't. It's safe, I guess, but it doesn't grow that much, gold and silver. But people are buying NFTs. Like if anyone's bought a skin in Fortnite, or if your kids have bought a skin in Fortnite, that is the reason why these NFT companies like Top Shot and all these other places are getting into it, because things are going digital. The world is changing. For once, it seems like big institutional money is not ahead of the curve. That's been around for 10 years, but they are not so far behind the curve that they're out. When it comes to money, I guess they're right there. They're right next to it. So again, just what I would tell my friend, if I'm talking like my friend Steve right now, yeah, put as much as you can into Bitcoin. That's what I'd tell him, and any of my friends, because this will be worth more than gold. You heard it here first. Will be worth more than gold. Inflation fears have returned now that President Joe Biden signed the $1.9 trillion stimulus package. There are concerns about whether that much money is really needed. Who wrote this? CNN. Wow, CNN made a derogatory comment towards Joe Biden, questioning it. Some worry that the stimulus may cause the economy to overheat and lead to much higher inflation. After all, there are now multiple COVID-19 vaccines and more people are returning to work, which should boost the economy and Bitcoin prices. Yeah, all right, so comment down below what you're going to do with that stimulus check. $1,400. I'm going to buy more Bitcoin. I will, that $1,400, at least $1,000 is going to go to Bitcoin. I'll actually probably throw in another 100, put $1,500 in Bitcoin from that. Also, you cannot buy more, if you have a Cash App, you cannot buy more than $7,500 a week in Bitcoin. I don't know why, but it says you can't buy more than $100,000, but it capped me at $7,500. I'm sorry, $7,500, per week. I think that's because I'm using like a debit card, so I guess it's transferring money in and then it goes. So maybe that's the case. Bitcoin has benefited from investors' recognition that the cryptocurrency is scarcer than gold or other precious metals. That's because there's a cap of just 21 million Bitcoins built in the cryptocurrency source code available to be mined. The process of using computers or servers to solve complex math problems to generate Bitcoin, roughly 18.6 million Bitcoin are in circulation right now. That leaves, wow, that is not a lot. That is 2.4 million left. Bitcoin isn't the only cryptocurrency getting a boost. Smaller digital currencies such as Ethereum, Litecoin, and Stellar have soared in 2021. Stellar has like 22 billion coins though. That's why it's worth like 40 cents. Ethereum, Litecoin, I don't know much about. Ethereum is, that's very big. It's probably number 2. The optimism about cryptocurrencies has boosted shares of publicly traded crypto mining companies such as Riot Blockchain, Marathon Patent Group, and Hive. And cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, which has filed to list its shares directly later this year, is one of 2021's most eagerly awaited stock market debuts. Yeah, because they do billions in revenue, sometimes each day. That's a lot. And their fees, yeah, a lot. So, anyway, guys, that is it for today. Let me know if you're buying. Comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye, Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. All right, love you guys. Goodbye.